Hi everyone. Okay, to start you off, your skill shop is on the screen. You can pause this and copy it down. You can print it off the school website. You can collect a version from school already printed out for you. I would like you to stop and complete these part whole models. I want you to find the remaining part. What is the remaining part in these part whole models? Off you go. Fantastic. Okay, let's look at our fluency for this week. So now we're starting to look at numbers between 10 and 20. We're going to look at being able to subtract 1 from these numbers today. So 13, axis 13, so 110, 3 ones. Take away 1 equals what is left. So I'm going to use my number line to help me. I'm going to start on 13, 13, take away 1. Well, I've done take away on a number line before. I've done subtraction on a number line before, and I know that I can draw an arrow like this. 1 arrow, because I'm taking away 1. So I only need to draw 1 arrow, and I can see that the remaining part is 12. So 13 take away 1 equals 12, and I can use my number line to help me complete this. Okay, can you please pause the screen and have a go at the next 3 on here and come back when you're done and we can have a look at it together. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at these together. So now we're going to look at 14, 110 and 4 ones equals 14. Subtract 1. 14, take away 1, subtract 1. Okay, so what do I need to do? I'm going to use my number line. I'm going to start on 14. So I'm starting on 14, and then I'm going to subtract 1. So I'm going to draw an arrow, because that's how I subtract a number line, which is one of the ways I can subtract a number line. I'm going to draw 1 arrow, subtract 1. What is my remaining part? My remaining part is 13. Fantastic. Okay. Now I'm going to try these ones down here. So this time I'm going to start on what number we're going to start on. Oh, well, I've got my equal symbol here, and my remaining part is going to go before my equal symbol this time. So here it's going to go before my equal symbol. So I have the remaining part equals 15 subtract 1. So on my number line, I'm going to start on 15. So there's 15, and I'm going to subtract 1. So I could draw my red arrow just like I've done up here, or I know it's the same as just taking 1 jump backwards. So 15, 1 jump backwards, the remaining part is 14. So 14 equals 15 subtract 1. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the last one together. So my remaining part equals 16 subtract 1. So how do I know what my remaining part is? So I'm going to start on 16. I know 16 is here, and I'm going to jump 1 space back, and I see that my remaining part is 15. 15 equals 16 subtract 1. Brilliant. Okay. So we're going to be looking at using place value between 10 and 20 again today. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so we can have a look again at our place value. Fantastic. So here I have my tens and ones column, my tens and ones columns. So if I have 110, what is 110 the same as? What is 110? Okay, so here I have 110, and 110 is the same as, 110 is the same as how many ones? Let me have a think. 110 is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. So 110 is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. 110 and 10 ones are the same. Okay, so if I've got 110 and I've got this many ones, how many ones do I have? I have 1, 2, 3 ones. So I've got 110 and 3 ones. What number is that? Well, let me see. Let me write it down. 110 and 3 ones. So I'm going to write that. So I'm going to write I have 110 and 3 ones. I can't write upside down. And 3 ones. So I have 110 and 3 ones. My number is 13. Fantastic. Okay. So this time I'm going to have this many ones. So I've got 110. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So I've got 110 and 5 ones. What number does that make? I'm going to write it. So first I'm going to write my 110, and then I'm going to write that I have 5 ones. So what number is that? It is 15. So I have 110 and 5 ones. Okay. This time I'm going to have this many ones. Okay. So how many 10s have I got? I've still got 110. 110 is the same as how many 1s? 110 is the same as 10 1s. So 110, and then how many 1s have I got in my 1s column? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1s. So if I was going to write that, I would write that I have 1 1 and 110 and 7 1s. My number is 17. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so here I'm going to move to a pictorial representation of my cubes and my deans and my cubes, or my Lego or my pens or whatever I'm using at home to represent my 10s and 1s. So instead of having a row of 10s I can physically hold, I now have this strip of cubes. Let's count how many are here to make sure this is 110. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 110 is the same as 10 1s, which is same as my line of 10 cubes. I've now got a picture of 10 cubes here. And 110 is the same as how many 1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 110 is the same as 10 1s. So I know that 110 is the same as 10 1s. Okay, we're going to look at using a part whole model to break down our numbers and find out what number we have with our 10s and 1s. So in our first part we have, so we're trying to find out what the whole is. In our first part we have, what is this again? What is this? Is this a 1 or is this a 10? Well, I know that this is a 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 110. So I have 110, and how many 1s? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 110 and 9 1s. So that's the same as 110 from up here and 9 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very slow. Well, we have this issue at school as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 110 and 9 1s. What number does that make? Let's write it out in our whole. So I know that 110, well, first it's represented by the number 1 first, and then my 9 1s. So 110 and 9 1s. My whole is 19. So I've got 110 and 9 1s. The same as having 110 in my cubes and 9 1s. I've got 110 over here and 9 1s. 110 and 9 1s. 110 and 9 1s. The whole is 19. And I split my whole into 110 and 9 1s using a part whole model. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So here I have in my first part, I'm trying to find out what the whole is. My first part is how many, is this a 10s or 1s? Is this 10s or 1s? So is this 10s or 1s? Well, I can see that this is 10s. So how many 10s do I have? I have 110. So 110, that's the same as 110. And how many 1s? Are these 10s or 1s? These are 1s. So I've got 1, 2, 3 1s. 1, 2, 3 1s. So I have 110, 110, 110, and 3 1s. 3 1s. And how do I represent that? Well, after my 110, I write 3 1s. So I've got 110, 110, and 3 1s and 3 1s. What number is that representing? What number is this representing? It's representing 13, because 13 has 110 and 3 1s. Fantastic. I would like you now to pause your screen and have a go at this one on your own and come back when you're ready to complete it together. Fantastic. Okay, so my part whole model, I'm trying to find out what the whole is. The whole has 2 parts, and the first part is this a 10 or a 1? Well, let me have a look. I can see that this is a 10. So it looks like my 10 up here. So I can see that it has, how many 10s are in the first part? How many 10s are in here? I can see that there is 110. There is just 110. So I'm going to write my 1 to represent my 110. Okay, my other part, is this 10s or 1s? Is this 10s or 1s in here? Well, are these 10s or 1s? Well, they don't look like this, which is my 10s. They look like this, and this is my 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1s. So my other part is 7 1s. So my first part is 110, And then I have 7 ones. I'm going to write that by writing 7 here. So I've got 1 10 and 7 ones. What number is that? It is 17. Fantastic. Okay. Is this correct? So let's have a look at this one. So here, this is saying that my whole is 14. My whole is 14. Well, let me get that out with my deans here. So it says I've got 110, because I said there's a number 1 here. So there's a number 1 here, so I have 110. And I can see that 110 is represented here. So let's see, 110. Okay. And then I can see that I have, how many ones should I have? I should have 4 ones. So 4 ones in my cubes look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one part is 110, and the other part should be 4 ones. But how many ones are in here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 110 and 6 ones is not the same as 110 and 4 ones, which is 14. So this is incorrect, because 14 has 110 and 4 ones, not 6 ones. So this is incorrect. Okay, let's have a go at this one together. So is this incorrect or incorrect? So here I have the whole as 12. So 12, how many 10s does 12 have? Well, let's have a look. 12 has 110. So one of these parts should be 110. Is one of these parts 110? But I've said that this is my 10s here, and there is 110 here, so this is correct. And then I need to find, my other part should have 2 ones. So let's have a look. My other part is here. Are these 1s or 10s? These are 1s. And how many is there? There is 1, 2. So this is correct. I know that this is correct because 12 has, how many 10s does 12 has? It has 110. And how many ones does it have? It has 2 ones. 12 has 110 and 2 ones. So this is correct. I'd like you to pause your screen to have a go at this one for me and come back when you're ready to check. Fantastic. Okay. So is this correct or incorrect? So let's have a look. So my number is saying my whole is 14. My whole is 14. 14. How many 10s does 14 have? If I can see that 14 has 110. So one of my parts should be 10. Let's have a look. I can see that this is my 10s here. So I can say this looks like this. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 individual cubes makes my 10. 10 ones makes 110. So this is my 10 and there is 1 of them. So that is correct so far. So 110, and then how many ones should my 14 have? How many ones? It should have 4 ones. My other part should have 4 ones. So here are my ones, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 5 ones is not the same as 4 ones. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect because 14 has, how many 10s does 14 have? Have a little think. Has 110. And how many ones does 14 have? How many ones does 14 have? 4 ones. Fantastic. Okay. So my number is, so here I've got my part whole model, and it's been split into my 2 parts. So my first part is, what is this part of the number? This is, is this 10s or 1s? This is 10. So here it is 10s, and how many 10s do I have? It's 110. So my first part is 110. So my number is, my first part is 110. What is my other part? My other part is, are these 10s or 1s? These are 1s. And how many 1s do I have in this part? I have 1, 2. So I've got 110 and 2 1s. So this one represents this 110, and this 2 represents the 2 1s. What is my whole? My whole is 12. So 12, it has how many 10s? How many 10s does 12 have? How many 10s do I have in my first part? I have 110. And how many 1s does it have? How many 1s do I have in my other part? 1, 2 1s. I can also see that up here by seeing it has 110 and 2 1s. The whole is 12. Fantastic. Okay. Let's have a go at this one together. So we're going to look first of all to complete the whole. So how many, one part is going to be 10s and one part is going to be 1s. Which is my 10s? I've said this is my 10s because I've said there's 10 little cubes here that are making my 10 little ones here that is making my 10. So I've got 110 here. So I'm going to write that in my part whole model. So I've got 110. How do I represent it in my part whole model? I represent it with the number 1. Okay, and then my other parts, how are these 10s or 1s? Are these 10s or 1s? These are 1s. How many 1s do I have in my other part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 1s. How do I represent that in my whole, in my number? I've got 1 1, and I'm going to write after my 1 1, I've got 8 10s. Fantastic. Okay. So I've got 1 1, and I've got 1 10 and 8 ones. So what is my number? What number is this? This is number 18. 18 has how many tens? Let me look again. We've split my number, my 18, into tens and ones. Like I said, I've got 1 10. 1 10 here, 1 10 here, 1 10 here. And how many ones does 18 have? How many ones? Like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones here, 8 ones here, 8 ones here. It has 8 ones. Fantastic. What is the whole? The whole is 18. Brilliant. Pause your screen to have a go at this one for me. Come back when you're ready to check it. Okay. Okay, so this number is, let's have a look. How many ones, how many tens does this number have? Well, I'm going to split, my number has been split into 2 parts, into tens and ones. So which part is my tens? Point to it. This part is my tens. How many tens are there here? Are there 20 tens? Because I can see there's 20 individual cubes. No, there is 2 tens because there is 1, 2 tens. So 2 tens here. And then how many ones? How many ones are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. 5 ones here. What number is this? It is 25. How many tens are there in my number? How many tens are there? Well, I know there's 1, 2 tens. How many ones are there? I know there's 5 ones. The whole is 25. Fantastic. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. Oh dear. Let's move that out of the way. Sam has completed the part whole. Is he correct? Let's have a look. So he thinks that this number is 51 because it has 5 tens and 1 ones. The whole is 51. Let's have a look at that. So if 51 is my whole, in fact, sorry, we're not going to do that. We're going to look at how many tens do I have? Which one of these is my tens? Which one is my tens? Point to the tens. Here is my tens. I can see that my 10 has 10 individual ones. This is one is my 10. It's got 1 10, the same as 10 ones. So here is 1 10. How do I represent that in a number? It's the number 1 to represent 1 10. How many ones do I have? How many ones do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. How do I represent that? It follows on from my 10. I have 1 10 and 5 ones. So I always write my tens first and then my ones. Okay, so I found out that my whole is actually 15. So what did Sam do wrong? Sam thought these were his tens and these were his ones, but we know that these are our tens and these are our ones. So Sam is incorrect because 15, which is the correct number, has 1 10 and 5 ones, not 5 tens and 1 ones. Okay, so circle the correct number. Oh, so what number do we think goes in here? Well, let's have a look at it. How many tens do I have? Point to my tens. Where's my tens out of these 2 parts? This is my tens. How many tens do we have? How many tens do we have? We have 1 10. So it's going to look like 1 10. And then how many ones do we have? We have 1, 2, 3 ones. 3 ones. So what number matches this number? What number is this? This is 13. Which of these numbers is 13? This is 13. So I can see 13 has 1 10 and 3 ones. It does not have 3 tens. There's not 3 tens in here. There's only 1 10. Fantastic. It is 13 because it has 1 10 and 3 ones. Fantastic. Okay. So now we're going to try one of these again together. So, this is a tricky one. So how many tens do I have? How many tens do I have here? Well, is this tens or ones here? I know this is tens. And how many do I have? I have 1 10. Fantastic. How many ones do I have in here? How many ones do I have? I have 0 ones. I have 0 ones. So I have 1 10 and 0 ones. What number is this? This number is 10. Fantastic. It is 10 because it has 1 10 and 0 ones. Fantastic. Pause your screen, have a go at this one, come back when you are ready to check it together. Okay, fantastic. Let's have a look at this one together. So we're going to find out what the whole is to start with. So let's start with our 2 parts. I've got 2 parts here. Which is my tens? Which is my tens out of these 2 parts? This is my tens. So I see my 10 the same as 10. 1 10 is the same as 10 ones. I can see 10 individual ones in here. So this is my 1 10. And how many tens do I have? I just have the 1. So 1 10 here, I mark it as 1 10 in my whole part. So then my other part is the ones. How many ones do I have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 ones. So I've written 1 to represent my 110, and I'm going to write 6 after my 1 to represent my 6 ones. So my 10s always come first, followed by my 1s. So 110 and 6 ones. What number is this? It is 16. What number does it match here? It matches 16. It is 16 because it has, how many 10s does 16 have? 110 and 6 ones. Brilliant. Okay. Kat circled a number. Is she correct? Kat's number is incorrect because incorrect / correct. So let's have a look. So Kat thinks that this is 41. Well, let's have a look. Here I've got 2 parts, and I'm trying to find out what the whole is. My 2 parts I can see are 10s and 1s. So how many 10s do I have over here? How many 10s are here? There's just 1 10, isn't there? There's just 1 10, 1. How many 1s are there in this section? How many 1s are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. So I've got 1 10 and 4 1s equals my whole, which is 14. Which of these numbers are 14? This is 14. Kat thought this was 14, but she is incorrect because 14 has 1 10 and 4 1s. Brilliant. It is 14 because it has 1 10 and 4 1s. Brilliant. Okay, your worksheets for today are now on the screen. Like I said, you can pause this and copy them off here. You can print them off the school website, or if you'd like a paper copy, you can collect that from school. And I will see you tomorrow for some more maths. Bye, year 1.